Good morning to you. I trust that everyone is doing well. Welcome to our class, Phcl 204, Elements of Formal Logic, the theoretical bit that we can do online, engage. I want it to be more of a discussion than you looking at me do some symbols on the screen, etc. So we want you to be all involving. We'll do some feedback exercises. So I need you to engage as much as possible. Those who are not able to make it this morning, we will expect that they would join the afternoon session. I'm keeping all the 4 slots for City Campus, just so that everyone can have a time that suits their schedule, given our current circumstances and our timetabling issue. Okay, so if someone is not able to give the feedback that I will require of you this morning, the person should be able to do so in the evening slot, during the evening slot, so that they can earn that participation mark. All right. So any questions? Let's start with questions. Do you have any questions so far that you want us to engage? You can keep your hand up. I will address you by name. Kindly rename yourself. Do not let us repeat that all the time. Rename yourself so we can correctly name you. Not with IDs, but with names. Use your name so I can reference you. Okay, I refer to you. So any questions, please? I'm waiting so we can take up. Any questions, please? Any questions? Emmanuel, do you have a question? Emmanuel, Lydia, the microphone is up. Rosalind, do you have a question? Do you have any questions you would want us to address, please? Okay, so then take your workbook and let's work together. I gave you a practice exercise during our live session, our in-person session last Friday. Let's see if we can work it together. Okay. So let's start with page 14, 1-4. I will call you and then you will answer. If you answer, then you earn a mark. If you don't, then you just lost it for this week. Your colleague can do that. That's why I want you to keep your official name there, and we'll assume that you are the one. It's just 5 marks though. Page 14 now. So Austin Latte, would you kindly read the instruction there for us, Austin? Page 14, exercise set 1. Austin, if Austin is not ready, let's take Abdul Razak.
Madam, please, I'm coming.
Go ahead, read the instruction, please. Abdul Razak Kanaba Hafiz, please read to earn yourself a mark. Okay, Abdul is also not ready. Let's take Abigail Boatima. Abigail cannot read either. Amwa David, go ahead.
Which of the following linguistic expressions are propositions? Which are not? B, circle the compound propositions in this list and take the atomic propositions.
Very good.
C, for the options you circled above, identify the simple propositions within them by underlining them. And D, create dictionaries for the simple statements and translate into propositional logic using operational symbols.
Very good. Well done. So let's take them one after the other. This could have been a 30-minute IA that I presume you would be able to do. So let's go through it together. First of all, we have been asked to do A, which is to respond to the question of which of them are propositions and which are not. That's a straightforward one. So we'll start from small letter A all the way to small letter S. S for Samuel. You should be looking into your workbook now so we can have a common screen, so to speak. So you will look through small letter A. Now we are referring to small letter A. They are the options we have been given, all the way to small letter S. And tell me, first of all, when I read it, Felix, I said page 14, 14. Okay, page 14, 14 of our workbook. If you are holding my workbook that you came to pick up, then we should be on the same page. Okay, so please increase your volume. Am I audible? Nana Ando says she cannot hear me. If others can hear me, then please check the volume on your own gadget. Or you could use an earphone if you have one by you. That is the rule for all online sessions. Okay, if you can hear me, kindly check your earphone because I'm as loud as possible. If it is not your earphone, then you could also want to increase the volume on the gadget you are using. It's possible you have reduced it. Okay, so if I call you, then you tell me whether A, so we are now on question A, small a, is it a proposition or not? If it is a proposition, you say it is. If you think it is not, you say it is not, that's all. Okay, so Felix, go ahead. Okay, Felix, Asante. Is A proposition or not? Felix, you're muted, go ahead. Proposition or not proposition?
It is.
It is, very good. Why?
It is. It is.
Why?
It is a proposition.
Why?
Because it has a truth value.
What does that mean?
Value.
What does that mean?
It means that this statement can be true or it can be false.
Excellent. You earned yourself 2 marks. Well done. Let me go to the next one. Women are compassionate, but men are courageous. Tete Bridget.
You know what's sound?
Tete Bridget.
No, shut up. No, sure.
Tete Bridget. Okay, Bridget is not audible. Let's listen to Charity Nyam. Charity, go ahead.
No, please. B is a proposition.
It's a proposition. Very good. Why? The same reason, right? Oh.
It has a truth value and.
Very good. That's all we wanted. For question number A, capital A, the instruction is which of the following linguistic expressions are propositions, which are not. That is all we are responding to now. We are not talking compound or atomic yet. Okay, so very good. That was Charity Nyam. She earned herself 2 marks too. Let's go to the third one. C, who will register the students? Is that a proposition? If it is not a proposition, what is it? You will see that the earlier pages helped you see how to label them. So let's take Joseph Nati. Joseph Nati, if you've spoken, kindly put your hand down so that others will get opportunity, okay?
Please, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead.
Please, it's not a proposition.
What's the expression? Who will register the students? Yes, it is not a proposition. That's correct. What is it?
I think it's a question.
Very good. Another name for question is it is an interrogative.
Okay.
Well done.
Thank you.
You earned yourself a mark. So 2 marks. So the person who says that an expression is not a proposition would actually be saying that that expression cannot be translated into a two-valued logical system. That is what it means. It means you cannot symbolize it in propositional logic, and you cannot test for validity or consistency or whatever, because the expression, for starters, is not even a proposition. Proposition, not preposition. Preposition is English. Proposition, to propose, to state, to assert. Remember our marathon in class. Yeah, so that's correct. Let's go to the next. That was Joseph Nati. Okay, let me write your name down so I don't forget. The next one is question D. I want to take Betty Yeboah. Betty, go ahead. Just put your hand down now. You have answered the question. Betty Yeboah, go ahead. Frankie Yeboah.
Madam, it is the
You have to be very smart, fast. Why? You said it is a what, my dear?
proposition.
It is a proposition. Very good. Very good. So yours is also correct for the same reason. That was
Yes, please.
Betty Yeboah. When I go into your registration, will I see Betty Yeboah or I'll see Elizabeth Yeboah?
Betty Yeboah.
Okay. Keep your official name there so that I can award you the mark that you deserve. Otherwise, when I go and I don't get it, then I drop the marks somewhere. We are going on now to E. E for Emmanuel. Simple propositions are easy to detect. Nevertheless, it is often difficult to analyze a compound proposition into its component simple parts. How would you label that? Is it a proposition or not? I would take Iramasam.
Madam, please, it's a proposition.
It is. Well done. Iramasam. The next one, I would take, I'm not going to read all of it. Get the compiled reader if you do. I still have just about 10 or so here. I don't plan to do more. But get it so that you can always focus when we are working. We will work together with a common reference. Promise. Ahoto. Go ahead. We are on F. Is F proposition or not?
Madam, it is not.
It is not. Good. Next one is,
It is not.
yes, I got you. You have a bad A, but we got you anyways. Let's hear for G. G, he who never speaks never errs. Let me hear from Desmond Cote. Desmond Cote, go ahead. Is that a proposition or not? We are on G. G for Ghana.
Madam, please, it is.
It is what?
A preposition.
Yo, very good. Next one, we are at H. Take note of all those that are propositions. We are going to answer the second set of questions easily if we know those that are propositions and those that are not. Okay, Julia Boache, let's hear you on H.
Madam, it's a preposition.
It is.
Provided you. Yeah.
Don't say prepositional. Proposition. It is I will test you on that. That is why I keep telling you.
Yes, madam.
You. Let's go to I, black stars, blah, blah, blah. Read the whole thing over there and tell me Sappho Evans Ajiman, whether that is a proposition or not.
Madam, Black Star will qualify to the next stage.
Is it a proposition or not? Raya.
Madam, it's a proposition.
Very good. For the reasons that have already been given. So if you didn't know what a proposition is, now you know. And we are doing propositional logic, which means that whenever we are doing our tests for validity, etc., we'll be using propositions as our reference point. So any expression that is not a proposition, repeating that, cannot be translated into a two-valued logical system like the one we are doing. That is the point. So you should check it. When you are giving an expression, say, had I known, and it's a test for the validity of that or the consistency of that. Had I known is not even a proposition in the first place. It cannot be true or false. So it won't have a truth value. And therefore, you don't even have the ability to symbolize it into P, Q, R, or S. That is the implication. All right. We just did Sappho Evans Ajiman for Black Star. J, there will be plenty. Let me take Florence Nkrumah on that. That's one. Put your hand down. You have spoken already. Austin,
Madam, please.
Florence.
Madam, please, it's a proposition.
Very good. Why?
Because it can be either true or false.
Hey, Florence, is it true?
Yeah.
I say yeah. It's correct. Let's move on. Thank you very much. I would take Fred Davidson now. Fred, tell me, is the expression, the next one there, a proposition? We are on K for kite. Fred Davidson.
Yes, madam.
Is it a proposition? We are on K.
Madam, I think it's a proposition.
It's not what you think. Oh, I'm asking you, is it? Read the expression. Read the expression that let us know. Do you have the workbook with you there?
Yeah, I have it. Are we on
Don't say
K?
yeah. Listen to me, my dear friends. This is a sisterly advice. When you are engaging formally, don't say yeah, yeah. No, we don't
Yes,
speak that
please.
way. Okay, go ahead. Just read it so we can help ourselves there. Because if you don't know that it is a proposition or not a proposition, that is already trouble from start. So we want to make sure we have practiced and practiced and practiced to be able to identify propositions and distinguish it from non-proposition. Okay.
Madam,
Yes.
Doc, please, it's not a proposition.
Kindly read the expression there for me. You read it for me.
Switch off all the mobile phones in the lecture hall.
Very good. Now, if I said switch off all the mobile phones in the lecture hall, will you say true or false to that?
No.
So it is not exactly. You can't respond true or false to that. When I say switch off all mobile phones, you will do. You will actually act. You won't respond to me and give me any information. You will do so. So it is not a proposition. What is it?
Command.
It's a command.
Creative. Madam, creative.
Who said imperative, please?
Tadukum.
I want David to earn a mark. Otherwise, he wouldn't earn anything. So let's hear David. Keep quiet, please. Kindly keep everything muted. We are so many. David, I'm waiting for you. Fred Davidson. It is not a proposition. What is it, Fred Davidson?
Madam,
Yes.
Doc, it's an imperative.
Another word for imperative, because your colleague said imperative already. It's correct, but very good. So it's a directive. You could also say it's an instruction. Some might even say it's a request or a command. All such labels that we just mentioned are trying to tell the person to act, to do something. Remember critical thinking. If you don't, it's okay. So it is not giving you information. That's what propositions would have done. Propositions would have given you information. This one doesn't give you information. It tells you to act. So it's action. When you hear it, you act. Okay, that is why it is not a proposition. Well done. So you have just earned your own 2 marks now. Let me take Ankama Ishen now. I'm ready for you. Ankama Ishen. It is Benedicta Ankama Ishen. Benedicta, please do question IJK L.
Madam, please, it is a proposition.
L says it is not the case that students cheat in exam. Very good. It is. Well done, Benedicta Ankama Ishen. Let's take, please, those who have answered questions, respectfully, put your hand down so I can get your colleagues. Susanna Enyonam Ewuku. Then I'll come back to our fine brothers. Susanna, the next one. Susanna, we are waiting. What is the expression? Read it out and let us see.
Children of these days.
Very good. That cannot be true or false. So it is not a proposition. I'm sure that by now you have taken propositions in your workbook and you have crossed out those that are non-propositions, so that when we start working, answering the next set of questions, you can easily identify those that are propositions and apply the rules to them. Well done. Eric Okuampa. Eric, do the next one. N for Nancy.
Madam, it is a proposition.
What's the expression?
Roses are red while violets are blue.
Very good. Mitzpah. Baba Solomon. Take O for us.
Yeah, I'll copy the answers from Mensa's work. Madam, it's a proposition.
Very good. Very good. The next one, let's take Ni Awule Edward.
The president will not run if he is nominated, and he will not serve if he is elected. Madam, is a proposition.
Very good. Keep your hands down now, friends. If you have answered, Priscilla Ampofo.
Madam, it is a proposition.
The expression said what?
Small, short-haired black cats often exude bad omen.
So small, short-haired black cats often exude bad omen. When you meet small, short-haired black cats in an African setting like ours, this beautiful continent called Africa, then we will say, not good luck. This is not a good sign. Now, that is something that someone is stating. So it's a proposition, saying something that could be either true or false. So it's a proposition. Well done. That was Priscilla. Priscilla, the name is Priscilla, right? Priscilla Ampofo.
Yes, please.
All right. I just took that down. Then Adelaide. Someone says, Madam, me, Bridget Tete. Hadn't I called you? Hey, your hand was up earlier. Oh, I've not called you. I saw your hand earlier. Bridget, answer this question for us. The next one. R.
Oh, what is it?
Yes, what is it? Is it? Oh, what a day indeed. You put your hand up all this while. Is it a proposition? You are not audible, but is it yes or no? Yes, proposition. No, not proposition.
No.
No, it is not. Very. It's better now. We couldn't hear you earlier. You were far from the machine. Okay, thank you. That's correct. So, oh, what a day is not a proposition. That's Bridget Tete. Okay. Then the last one for S. I don't think that we have some behind. So for S, if I want to travel abroad, then I will have to study hard and I will also have to pass this exam. Let me take baby last for this first set. That would be a gentleman. That would be a gentleman. That would be Austin. Keep quiet. I'm going to call you Austin. That would be that would be Austin Latte. Oh no, we'll have another set of questions. So Austin Latte, go ahead. You are audible now. Go ahead.
If I want to travel abroad, then I'll have to study hard and I'll have to pass the exam. Madam, is a proposition.
Very good. Well done. I think you guys did excellently well. So we can make a fair assessment that we have a good number of students in the class who understand the distinction between a proposition and a non-proposition. And if you're helping each other and you're discussing, then before long, more of you, I mean, would cover that. So that is covered. Now let's go to the second set of questions. Question B. Ofoli Robert Yate, please read the capital B question for us again, then we can start answering.
Okay. B. The B says, circle the compound propositions in this list and take the atomic propositions.
All right. Thank you very much. So we are going to first of all circle the compound propositions. When I pick the proposition, you will tell me circle. If it is a compound, then you will tell me tick if it is an atomic. It's as simple as that, so that we don't waste too much time and yet we'll cover everything. So circle means the expression is a compound. Tick means the expression is atomic. If you were not taking the propositions in your book, I'll give you 1 minute to do that. Do it shortly because you will need it so you can think quickly. When we're answering, we were showing you, oh, this is proposition, this one is not. This is a proposition, this one is not. So our answers will skip those that are non-propositions. Then now those that are propositions for question B, those that are propositions, we want to distinguish the compounds from the atomic ones. That's the exercise. Okay. So I won't give any clue. When I call you, then you tell me, Ibia, say A from the answer set. You say A, then you say tick. Then we can understand that, oh, it means you're telling us that the A is an atomic statement. Please, do you understand? So we can move.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So let's move. Now, if your hand is up, I'll call you. So if you are not sure about this one, put your hand down. Please, those who have spoken already, Austin, you have spoken, I've written down your name. No, I've not put Stephanie Adolfo down. So if you haven't spoken, this is an opportunity for you because I'm rewarding marks that I will add to you. I mean, it is a graded mark. Okay. So I want to give everyone the opportunity. Let's start. Tay Isaac.
Madam, please. Take.
Which one take?
Madam, please. Yes, please take.
B, yeah?
The A.
I did it. I answered the A. So I'm taking the A out. I've written down
circle.
B circle. Very
the
good.
B circle.
B circle. Friends, so B circle.
Yes, please.
No.
Very good.
1 minute.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
That was Tay Isaac. Your name is put down. Now I can take Gifty Cheddar.
Morning.
Cheddar. Gifty Cheddar. Go ahead. Oh, please mute your mic.
Thank you.
Awule, we can hear you. Awule, mute your mic. Gifty Cheddar.
Madam.
Yes, go ahead.
Madam.
Oops, Madam Pao.
C
I'm not Madam, I'm Doc. Go ahead.
Doctor.
Don't worry, Doc is fine. Go ahead.
C is A. C is A.
Unfortunately, that is not correct. So we'll move on. Thank you, Gifty Doe.
Oh.
You'll see why in a minute. Don't worry. No one saw you. Let's take Stephanie Adolfo.
Madam D. D is circled.
Very good. D circle. That's all. So it's Stephanie Adolfo. Who doesn't understand why Stephanie Adolfo says this? D circle. Stephanie, explain yourself so that others will benefit. That's the rationale for the discussion.
Dog, D is a compound.
Meaning what? Don't worry, just explain. People will benefit too. There are people who don't know what we are doing, which is okay. So you are helping your friend and you are becoming better at it. Explain. It's a compound. That means what?
That's me. Dog, I don't know how to explain.
Oh, Auntie Adwa. Okay, let me take No, please let me call you. Otherwise, we'll have because there are 30 hands up. So let me call so everyone can get opportunity. 30 Yeboah, you have spoken already. Let's take Jonas Akon. Hey, Jonas will beat me up. Jonas, go ahead. Explain why it is a compound.
Madam, it's a compound because it's 2 or more atomic statements joined together.
Very good.
By conjunction. Yeah.
By what?
By a logical operation.
You have done very well. I just wanted you to finish it up for us. Yes, there are 2 or more statements put together with what? It could have even been one statement. So simply put, there is a logical connective there. Okay, there is an operation, a compound operating on the expression. Which compound is that, Jonas? Okay, Jonas has done well. Let's take someone else. Which compound is that? The lady read question D, D for Daniel. Which compound is that? Let me take Courage Tagbo.
Is this junction?
Madam, please, is a disjunction.
Please don't give me chorus answers. I called Courage. Courage, correct. It's a disjunction.
Yes, please.
So you are correct. I just put down your name. All right. So my dear sister, my lady who makes it a little, that's the explanation. The C who will register the student is not even a proposition at all. We have already identified that. So it can't be atomic or compound. I just hope everyone understands that. If you don't, then you tell me so that I do a better job at it for you to help you. I'm saying that the expression who will register the students, that is the C, it is not even a proposition at all. So it can be atomic or compound. That's the difference. Okay. Now, next person to do, I won't point out anything. You tell me which one is the next proposition and whether that proposition is a tick, atomic statement, or a circle, compound. Let me take yesuto, achu yesuto. Go ahead. Sarah, achu yesuto. Oh, Sarah. Sarah cannot hear me. Or Sarah, I don't know which one is next. Then let me take, she's talking now. Go ahead.
Madam, tick.
For which number?
E.
E for Emmanuel. Well done. So that's correct. He said, did she say tick? No, that's not correct. It is not a tick. It is not a tick. A tick is an atomic statement. That is not atomic. Do you see that? And I'm not giving it. Yes, it is not atomic. If it's atomic, there won't be any compound, any connective in it. Look at what is there. The simple propositions are easy to detect. Nevertheless, it is often difficult to analyze a compound proposition into its component simple parts. Those are two statements already. See, if I said simple propositions are easy to detect, I could have put full stop there. That would be a complete statement on its own. Then there's a second one. It is often difficult to analyze a compound proposition into its component simple part. That's another statement. And we have put them together with nevertheless. So it's a compound. Okay. You should talk. Fortunately, I'll clean your name now. Don't worry, there will be another opportunity. So let me take the next person to answer the next, because this one I've answered. From F down, identify the next proposition and tell me whether it's a compound or atomic. Melissa Ikuya Edu. Melissa, go ahead.
Madam.
Melissa, go ahead. Tick or circle for which number? That's all.
Madam Jane, circle.
Very good. So you skipped F because F is not a compound. It's not a proposition. Well
Yes,
done.
please.
So that's how I want us to proceed so we can move fast, okay? Then we don't get tired. The next one should be Philip Owusu. Philip, go ahead. You just did G for Ghana. Philip, go ahead, please.
Circle.
Circle for which one?
H.
Good. What are the two atomic formulas you see there? You see that I didn't ask Melissa, because Melissa's own is a complex formula. There are about 4 atomic statements there. We'll study it better in class. He who never speaks never errs. No. He who never speaks never errs are only 2. If you do not speak, then you will not err. So S speaks is one statement. X errs is another statement. If you do not speak, you will not err. That is Melissa's own. So there are 2 statements there with some negations all over the place. Okay. But now, my dear friend, H, you said it is a compound. That's correct. Which type of compound is it? Let me see. Kapui, which compound is that? Kapui Yaba. I'm referring to what your friend said. Your friend answered H. Which compound is that, Kapui? Philip, you can put your hand down now. Kapui doesn't know or wants a little breathing space. Barbara Aite, go ahead.
It's a conditional compound.
Very good. It's a conditional. That's Barbara IT. Very good. When you say a conditional, don't bother yourself to add a compound. Okay, it's obvious. So you can say it's a conditional, it's a biconditional, it's a disjunction. Okay. Now let's take the next person. Those who didn't have any idea at all, I'm hoping that with this discussion, you can cover some good ground so that when you are now symbolizing, when we give you the, say we say decompose a conditional, which says so and so and so, then it won't be too plenty for you. Christabel, I hear you. Go ahead. The next one, Christabel.
Doc, please. It's a compound.
Which one is this that is a compound? What does it say? Read it.
Black Stars will qualify to the next stage if and only if they win this match.
Well done. Which type of compound is it? I already gave you your mark. Now I'm just checking to see if
it's the biconditional.
If and only if. Well done. Well done. What are the components? Good. What are the component statements that have been put together by the biconditional?
Black Stars will qualify to the next stage.
Good. And the other one?
They will win this match.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
You understand. Now I'll take another person. Let me take Ofoli. I know Ofoli, you have spoken. I have your name. Robert Yachi, I have you. So let's take someone else. Whitney, Kafui. That's why when I called Kafui earlier, I didn't get a response. There are two Kafuis. Okay. So Kafui, Whitney now. Agbemadi, Kafui, Whitney. Please tell us the next proposition and then tell us whether it is a compound or an atomic state. Kafui, Whitney, Agbemadi. Go ahead.
It's a compound statement.
Which one is a compound statement? Which one?
It's a compound statement.
Which one? Which one?
The J.
Is J the next one?
There will be principal harvest.
Okay, very good. Which compound is that? Okay, what word makes it a compound? My lady, which word?
Unless.
Unless. Okay. So you can, if you are not sure what unless does, when you go to the first page, you see unless somewhere. Then it can tell, that's why I put it on the first page to show you the meaning of unless logically. Okay. Just like in mathematics, the product of 2 and 3 means multiply 2 and 3. In logic, when you say unless, we interpret it a certain way. What is it? You're on page 1 now. Do you have the workbook with you, please? Kafui, Whitney, please, you have the workbook with you. You have a workbook with you.
Dot.
You have a workbook
Yes,
with you.
please.
Look at the first page and look at unless.
Yes, please.
Tell me which compound it is. That's all. So you can learn it now. Okay. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Which compound is it?
Yes.
Disjunction.
Double negation.
No, it is not. So you are reading it wrongly. So you see that after conjunction on page 1, after conjunction, everybody should be patient. Everybody should be patient with each other. I want everyone to be patient. Let us teach at everyone's level as much as possible so that people can pick from scratch. So when we come to class and we are doing the physical decomposition and what have you, they don't get left behind. Okay, so be patient with everyone. We have 2 hours for this. Okay. Now, my dear Whitney, I'm saying that on the first page, you see conjunction, and then all the way to the end. Conjunction ends with still. You see, meanwhile, yet still. Then after that, you see disjunction. It gives you the symbols first, P, disjunction, Q. Then the next translation word is or for disjunction. Then after that, we have either or. Now, from there, you should read up. Go to your right up. That's the continuation. It looks a bit ambiguous. That's why I'm helping you see it. So from either or, you go to the top right up there. You see unless, alternatively, and then otherwise. It is a continuation of the disjunction rather. Then now you come to conditional. Please, are you following with me? I muted also. You have to unmute. Yes, I'm one, David. You should have all those words. Otherwise, you can't do translation to even symbolize. Whitney, please unmute so that I know if you got it. Then we can continue. I'm waiting for you. Please, have you seen
Yes,
it?
please, I got it.
Very good. So unless it's a disjunction. But when we learn, very good. When we learn material implication, you will see that you can interpret unless as a conditional. Just like 2 times 5 is equal to 12 minus 2. 2, 5 is 10. That's multiplication. Yet it is equal to 12 minus 2. Hey, then I'm making. Yes, 12 minus 2 is also 10, right? So one is a multiplication and the other one is a subtraction. Yet their meaning are the same. Their meanings are the same. So when we learn material implication, you see that sometimes you can interpret unless as a conditional. But for now, just know that unless, literally speaking, is a disjunction. Okay. So we come back to our page 14, and then we read, where was it? My sister said, there will be plentiful harvest unless it does not rain. The J there is a compound. First of all, it's a proposition. Which one? It is a compound proposition. Which of the compounds? The one that we call disjunction. Which this can also be interpreted as a conditional. Well done. Any questions? David Amwa, yes, so you have to learn them off head. If I say, what is the sum of 3 and 1? You know that is 3 plus 1. What's the square root of 225? You know it's 25, you know. So 25 and 9. Is it 25? I've forgotten my thing. What's the square root of 100? That's 10, isn't it? That one I can remember. What's the square root of 144? Is 12. Because you work with it and then after a while it gets stuck. Someone too may now have to write 12 times 12 and then come and do 224, 2 all the way to get to 144. He also arrived there. But if you knew it, just like 2 times table all the way to 12 times table. So the point is, if you know the words that translate into these connectives, then you can easily do a translation. And even where there is no direct word, you can interpret it, and that's where we are getting. Let's go quickly to the next one. I'll take Genevieve Okine. Genevieve. Genevieve, go ahead.
Please, it's
Do you remember what we were doing? We are trying to identify the compounds from the atomic statement. But it will only apply to expressions that are already proposition. That's where we are. So what is the next proposition? And is it a compound or an atomic statement? That's what we are doing now. All right, I think Genevieve needs a little time. So let's take Daniela Amwaku. Daniela Amwaku.
hello, Doc. Madam.
Yes, please.
Hello,
Madam,
Doc.
please, it's a compound.
What is a compound? You have to tell me what to. I'm still trying to see if you know which one is a compound. Okay.
Okay, Madam, it is not the.
Is it which one are you referring to? Just tell me which number. Number what? Daniela, your people have come to work. They won't let you get your mark. I can't hear you. Type it in the chat room. Okay. Let's take Frank Yabuana. Daniela, type it in the chat room because I'm rewarding it. So
Madam L.
L has done what? Very good. L has done what? L is what? Is it atomic or compound? Simple. Type it in the chat room. Frankie, go on. Do the next one. She has already.
Madam.
Yeah.
Madam.
Daniela, tell us, is it a compound or an atomic statement? That's all. Our sister's network is bad. So let's move on. Frank, go ahead. Which one is atomic? You have to tell me the number so that we will know whether it is correct. Hold on, Daniela, for a minute. Frank, go ahead.
L.
L is what?
Atomic.
That is not correct. So I'll take the next person. Daniela, are you ready?
Madam.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Madam, L is a compound. It's a compound.
Which compound is that?
It's a negation.
Very good. It's a negation. Frank, why it is a negation? It's not an atomic statement. Okay. The expression says it is not the case that students cheat in exams. Even if we didn't have it is not the case, which is a negation. Even if we didn't have that, and the expression was just students cheat in exams, that is still a compound. Suppose the expression was just students cheat in exams, that would be a compound. Which compound would that be? For a mark. Barbara Ite. No, Barbara, you've spoken already. Emmanuel Edia. Which compound would that be? Students cheat in exams. Emmanuel Edia, which compound would that have been?
Madam, it's universal.
Which compound? Yeah, it's a universal statement. So it will be which compound?
Madam, it's universal.
The compound. I want the compound. So
Madam,
if it's a universal, it will be a conditional. Very good. Emmanuel. Very good.
Madam, conditional.
Yes. So Emmanuel Edia earned himself a mark. And the class should take note of that because I will use it a lot. That's why I have rephrased the question to show you that even without the initial expression, it is not the case that even without that, the expression will still have been a compound. It is not never an atomic statement. Okay, let's move on to the next person quickly. All the hands here. Eunice, Erica, Ahiato. Eunice, go ahead. What is the next proposition there? And is it atomic or compound?
N.
Done.
N. Roses are red while violets are blue. It's a compound.
Excellent. Which compound is that?
Conjunction.
Hey, you are good, oh. Well done. I thought we would trick you. This is a conjunction whose left conjunct is a conditional and the right conjunct is also a conditional. Can the class see that?
Yes.
Okay, so if you listen to Emmanuel G's response to me when I said students cheat in exams, he said that is a universal. And universals are conditional already. So if I say roses are red, I'm actually saying if X is a rose, then X is red. Just that part is a compound already, it's a conditional. Then I say, while violets are blue, if X is violet, then X is blue. So this is a complex formula. In other words, it is a compound whose constituent parts are themselves also what? Compounds. So it becomes complex. If you symbolize this, you will see that you have 4 different variables. If P, then Q, and if R, then S, something like that. Well done, Eunice, Erica. Yeah, so let me take the next person quickly. I see 20 hands, so let me pull all out. Rosina, you have already answered the question, Rosina. I keep names fast. So I think I've seen your name already. Unless perhaps you were not able to answer. But if you did, then I have your name. No, I don't see your name. Rosina, go ahead. With the next one. Quickly, please.
The president will not run. P is a
How
compound.
about you have skipped one, oh, haven't you? Our lady answered roses are red while violets are blue.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'll copy the answers. It's atomic.
Excellent. Well done. Rosina, Japan. Well done. So it's atomic. Now, Joyce Akins, do the next one for us, quick. Which next one is a proposition and whether it is compound or atomic? Joyce Akins, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
P is a proposition.
Good.
Compound.
It's a compound. Well done. Which compound is it?
Conjunction.
What word makes you see that? I want to see if you understand.
And.
And, well done. Very good. So the president will not run if he's nominated, and he will not serve if he's elected. This is also a compound with its wings also compound. So if P, then not Q, and if R, then S. When you symbolize, you see, you need the president will run, P. He is nominated, Q. He will serve, R. Then he's elected, S. So there will be 4 variables there. They introduce the sub compounds within them. Well done, Joyce Aiken. What's the next one? We are coming gradually to an end. Please put your hand down if you have spoken. Emmanuel, Dia, you have spoken. Rosalind has spoken. Keep your hands down so I get your colleagues so they can also earn a mark.
Madam, no.
Who hasn't spoken? This is another Rosalind. Eh? Oh, okay.
Doctor.
Yes, ma'am. Let's take. Yeah, but I'll call everyone. Let's take Rosalind. Look at what's your network.
Stop, son.
Who is that? Who has put their
Sir,
hand?
please, me. Ahinawa.
Ahinawa.
Me, Rosalind.
Have you prayed this morning? Oh, Rosalind. Rosalind, I'm fine. Answer the answer. I'm looking at you. Go ahead, Rosalind.
Kill is a universal statement.
That's the next one.
Yes.
Kill. So universal is not the question now. So tell me, is it atomic or compound?
Atomic.
Oh, Anjadua.
Compound.
If it's not confident, it will be Adua.
Oh.
Then do the next one because this one I don't want to reward it. It is a compound. Did you say compound?
Okay.
No,
yes.
I'm asking you, is it a compound or an atomic?
Kill.
Yes.
Compound.
Which one?
Don't
do lotto. I want you to understand. Should someone help you?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Small, short-haired black cats often exude bad omen.
It's Is
Let's
it a
take someone
conjunction?
else. No, don't ask me. I am asking the question. Okay, so you get
it's
one.
It's a conjunction.
No, it is not.
Okay.
But you've done well. At least you know it is a compound. It means that a certain operation is working on it. It's not an atomic statement standing there. There is an effect on it by a proposition. Emmanuel, please put your hand down so that the others will push up. Then I can pick them. Mary A.C. Kumsen. Mary, tell us which type of compound is that?
Madam, please. S.
No. I'm talking about our sister's Q. Which type of compound is it? Oh, which type of compound is this one? Small, short-haired black cat often exude bad omen. I'm not sure. Eh? Okay, let's take someone else. Who is sure? Anyone else who hasn't spoken but is sure their answer should put up their hand. Rosemary has spoken, Genevieve has spoken. If you put up down your hand, then I can see that 26 others whose hands are up. So I can easily find them. Okay. I don't know if I've called Ernest or who's answer. Go ahead. Ernest or who's answer.
Madam, Madam, please, it's conditional.
It's a conditional. Well done. Because if you don't know that, if you don't know that, then if I ask you to test for validity, consistency using truth tables or truth trees or check to see if they're equivalent or what have you, you may know all the rules, but you won't be able to get the answer correct because the raw material is like you want you to do banku, then you went to market and you bought cassava. For starters, no, maybe cassava is close by. Maybe we want you to do a granule soup, then you went to buy palm fruit at the market to come and do granule soup. The starting point is problematic. So I want you see how much time we've spent on that so that you can identify propositions. When you know them, and you can distinguish them from non-propositions, then I focus on propositions and tell us that, whether it is atomic or compound. If it's compound, which type? Because the rule that applies to disjunction doesn't apply to conjunction and vice versa and the others. That's what the whole exercise is for. Okay, so please help us. All right, so the next one. Nana Atu Keila.
Madam.
Go ahead.
S. Compound.
S. Okay, that's correct. Nana Atu. Did I pronounce your name well? Nana Atu. Oh, Keila.
Kaila.
Madam, they skipped R. Is I a compound or an atomic statement?
R is a non-proposition.
That's why they skipped it. But we are looking at types. But we are looking at types of propositions. So they skipped it. I hope you understand now. Well done. Now that gradually we have a grasp of it, let's go to the C. For the options you circled above, that will mean for the compound, identify the simple propositions within them by underlining them. We have done that. So imagine if you didn't know the first set, the answers for the first set, A, then your B and your C and your D.
Look, my hand has been up, son.
We are not done, but the class is not done. Don't worry. Keep your hand up. Right? Those who have answers, you put it down. I'll come back. Christabel, you have answered the question. I don't know why your hand is still up. Or this, no, this is another Christabel. The other one was Christabel Amakwe. This is Christabel Virginia Dela Adwa. So you can keep your hand up. We'll have another round of questions. Okay. So be patient. We are not done. I was just telling the class that you see that if you don't know the A bit of the questions, you will know the B bit. This is how logical questions are, whether elements of formal logic or even deductive logic, that is ahead. You have to know something. Then based on it, you can do a deduction or a derivation or an interpretation of a kind. Okay, so see the sequence of the question. If you don't know proposition, then you can't even tell which type, whether compound or atomic, the second place, and the type. Then when I ask you to decompose, the kind of rule you apply will all be affected. So you see that if you don't know the first set of questions, it will affect all your other questions. If you had 30 marks for that question, you could turn out with 3/30 because you don't know the starting point. What can you build on a wrong foundation? You see, the foundation must be good. morally, ethically, religiously. You must have a good foundation. Then whatever you build on it, you erect on it, will stand. That's what I'm trying to point out to you. And so sometimes some of the instructions we give, it's as if, oh, but this thing doesn't matter. Doc could have just responded. I'm teaching you how to be, rule inclined in a society that is almost now, quote and unquote, seemingly ruleless. We don't want to abide by regulations and arrangements. You can't do that in logic. You can't bypass the system. Small negation, if you don't put, they can change the whole meaning of what you have done. It's like you have put extra salt in the soup. Everything was in good proportion. But if you add just a little bit more, say 2 tablespoons extra salt, you see how your whole abenkwa in the palm nuts will go waste. You can't eat it. That's the thing. So study the sequence by which I have gone through this thing with you. Look at how we have worked. And work like that. Know the basic, then build on it that way. A little known and known well is better than trying to know everything and then you mess the whole thing up. So the C is straightforward. Then the D is what I try to introduce you to with some of the follow-up questions I asked your colleagues. I'll say the D says create dictionaries for the simple statement and translate into propositional logic using operational symbols. And for that, you will do it and submit before the next session. Okay, dear friends. How will we collect it? You get symbols easily. We're just going to, it's just the straightforward symbol, not the trees where you need all the arrangement. This is straightforward symbolic logic. Come again, please. You're not addressing me, then keep your microphone muted, please. Okay. I'm saying that this one, I'll collect it before the next class today. You submit on Sakai. It's not difficult. You look.
Madam, please, so it will be something like P conjunction, Q disjunction.
I am still explaining for you, okay? Christabel, don't get worked up. I'll explain it. Please keep your thing muted. Whose thing is like that? Hey, please keep it muted so you can hear me. I'm saying that the D part, you create dictionaries for the simple statement. Which simple statement? The simple statement that you are able to detect from the compound. So if you have a compound, there will be simple statements within that compound that have been put together to create the big compound. For example, look at example D. Look at it in your book. Either I will visit the sick child or I will pay for his drug. Then your friend told me that it's a disjunction, meaning that if you open it out, you will get 2 or sometimes more separate atomic statements that have been put together to create a big compound called the disjunction. In that example D, what are the atomic statements inside? Someone answer. Christabel, Bafwa, appear. Christabel's are many. Oh. Christabel, is this Bafwa, appear? Tell me, mention or state one of the atomic statements D for me. Let me see.
I will visit the sick child.
Very good. I will visit the sick child is one such atomic statement. Let me write it for you. Christabel. Bafwa, appear. So you write that, you say let, then you can use the variable P. Normally we start from PQRST. Okay? It's just a tradition. Okay? So you say let P be equal to X such that, or if I forget all those mathematical things, let P be equal to I will visit the sick child, full stop. Then there's another atomic statement there, and you can see that. So you say let Q be equal to I will pay for his drug, full stop. So you have one statement, atomic statement, representing what? P for Paul. Another one representing what? Q. Then you put them together symbolically to represent the type of compound there. What is the sign for a disjunction? It is the V, small v. So you write P, V, Q. When I look at your dictionary, as I have given you now, I can read it and know what the person said in natural language. That is what we have been asked to do. And you will do it only for those expressions that were compounds. So let's mark all together. The compounds there will be, A is not one of them because A is an atomic statement. B is a compound. So we have done it together. I'm just helping you for pointers. Okay, there is another Christabel again. Okay, I've seen her already. So we will be creating dictionaries and symbolizing to submit on Sakai before. If you don't submit it, you will not get a mark for it, and it is gone. Respectfully. Okay. So let's work. I know that some people are still yet to get on Sakai, but this is the second week. We can't keep marking time, my dear friends. Okay. So the first type, driver overtook the lazy one, is not a compound, out. But B is a compound. C is not. D is a compound. E is a compound. We did it together. I'm just helping you so your work will be easier. J is a compound. H, a compound. I, your friend told me, is a biconditional. Very impressive. J is also a compound. K is not even a statement at all. L is a compound. You have to symbolize. Remember, I told you that students cheat in exam is itself already a compound. Then we have introduced a negation as well. So you can see that there will be two compounds there. You should represent it well to earn a mark. N is a compound as well. O is a statement, yes, it's a proposition, but it is not a compound. So we can move on to P. P is a compound. Q is a compound, the universal. And then S is also a compound. And so if we do our work well, we should have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 symbolic forms. Just do the symbol, but show me your dictionary. Okay? And then we'll do fine. You will submit on Sakai. Any questions so far?
Yes, madam, I have a question.
Go ahead, say.
Madam, please, sorry, doc, please, do you always have to use P, Q, R?
That's the tradition. That's the tradition. It doesn't change anything, but it is a tradition. Like what happens in math, we will say X and Y. Sometimes A, B, and C in mathematics. Nothing will go wrong if you change it. But it is normally the variables that are used in logic, especially when you are doing elements of formal, the propositional logic, where you deal with the whole proposition, you use the capitals. But when you do quantification of predicate logic, you see that you include the small p and the small q and the small r. So it won't change anything. You can say let W represent something, or let M. It's all up to you. Okay. All right.
Please, Doc.
Yes, go ahead.
What compound is Q? The question Q.
You should tell me. You should tell me. What do you think?
Universal.
Universal is not the name of a compound.
Conditional.
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 Yeah. We said it already. Okay, Sari answered.
Yes, Doc.
Good. We said it already, so maybe you missed it then. Go to page 17 now. The ones are inside, the other ones they will.
Doc, please, I have a question.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Please, after representing the symbols, does that mean we will state the names of the statements again?
No. You tell me.
You just represent only the symbol.
Yes, because I said translate. So I've given you the expression in English, and I'm asking you to symbolize, translate it into symbolic logic. You understand? That simply means I have the English, like I have the dollar. I want you to do the change it to cities for me. So I have given you an English version. I want you to symbolize that. So you give me the key to reading your symbols. That's all. Because someone may use X and Y, another person may use M, Q, or T, etc. So if you symbolize and you show me your dictionary, then I can read what you have done in symbols. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Is there another question, please? If not, let's go quickly. These ones, all these ones, we'll do them when I come. I'm referring to these symbols thing, making well-formed and what will be more effective when we work together. The other ones that we can do like this are the ones I'm covering with you. So we'll have more time together. Okay, we are recording it. So go to page 17. Let's look at well-formed formulas and those that are not well-formed quickly. We'll look at it. If you think it is well-formed, tell me the type of compound straight. If it is not well-formed, don't tell me it's not well-formed. Well-formed means you can read it. The way the thing is, you can tell me clearly which one is the main connective. There, we are on page 17. 17. Okay. I have just about, I think there are 9 readings left. There are 9. Someone will come for 1, so there are 8 left. You can come and pick it so that when we are working, we flow. Okay. Go on. So page 17, exercise set 1. I gave you the middle one at City Campus as an assignment. Then we virtually did all in class. Then I now gave you the one at Yes. Go ahead. Say, go ahead. Okay, so we are going to.
Madam, you give us the one at the top.
I should give you what?
You gave us the one at the top the last time when we were in class.
Yes, I'm saying that I initially gave you the one at the middle. Then because of someone's question, we ended up answering all. Do you remember?
Yes, Doc.
Then I gave you the first set. So we are going to do it together. Then you can mark your work.
Very well.
That will help us. It will be more effective too. The rationale for some of the assessment is not to assess you for. I'm not assessing you. There's an expression for that. It's not an assessment of your, the study, but it's an assessment for you to study, for you to do it, not an assessment of whether you did it or not. So I'm not just examining you because I will show you that you don't know. No. Some assessments are actually meant to make you learn, like the one I've given you right now. I'll reward your working on it. That's what it wants to achieve. It's an assessment that will want you to do well, not an assessment that will try to show how you don't know it. So let's do it together, then you can check what you did. Some of you may have decided not to have touched it at all. It's up to you. If you don't make use of all these opportunities, the time of reckoning will come and it will catch you up. Okay, so let's go to 1. Anybody can start for us. Since the hands are many, let me call people that we can have. I think you've done well. Normally, people think that a certain group of people or certain campus don't like learning, but I don't think this set is like that. Godfred entry. Tell me the first one. Oh, question 1 graduate is blank. So, so let's go to question 2. If it is well formed, then you tell me which compound or which connective or which whatever. But if it is not well formed, then you tell me not well formed. That's all. Then we are done. Godfred.
Madam, please, it is not well formed.
Number what?
Number 2.
Number 2, not well formed, correct. Because of where
Because
we have,
don't have main connective there, logical operator.
We have put negation there, but we have not done it right. We can't read this. We actually the main connective. Very good. We need maybe a conjunction or a disjunction. So P conjunction, negation Q. That will read well. But what we have there is not well done. Let's take the next one quickly. I have seen all these names. I've seen all of them. Harry, you have spoken already. Stephanie has spoken. Julia has spoken. Opoku Samson. Samson, go quick, okay? So that we can make some good progress. Go on.
Okay.
Yes. Samson Opoku.
Question 3. Question 3
Yes,
is P conjunction keep.
it's a conjunction. Well done. Don't read everything. Some of them you can read to the end. So it's a conjunction. Okay.
It's a
Good.
conjunction.
Well done. Oh, okay. Let me
Thank
take
you.
Elizabeth Forsen now. Elizabeth. Now question 4. If you have no idea, don't worry. Just say no idea so that I'll call someone else. Okay.
It's a conjunction.
Elizabeth, there are 3 conjunctions there. Which one is the main connective? It's not well formed. You don't know who the master conjunction is. We have to
Conjunction.
yes, it is not well formed. Okay. And the reason is they are all conjunctions. I'm a mother. When I go home and I'm with my mother, she's also a mother. My mother's mother too is a mother. But not all mothers be mothers. Some be champion mother. So someone is a mother of a mother who is a mother of a mother. In other words, when the 3 meet, you want to clearly show who is the main connective, who is the one that is bringing all the other atomic formulas together. And as we have it for question 4, we haven't clarified which compound, which of the connectives is the main connective. That's why it's not well formed. So is it P alone versus Q, R, and S all together? Or is it P and Q together versus R and S together? Or is it P, Q, R together versus S? You see, all those possibilities are there. It is just because we haven't introduced brackets to clearly distinguish which connective is the main one. Okay. So it is not well formed. I hope you understand. Let's move on to the next one. Question 5. So Elizabeth, you still earn the mark for the effort. Belinda Uto. Belinda. Number what? Belinda, number what? Hey, Belinda. Number what? Okay, number 5. Is number 5 well formed or not? Obviously not well formed for the same reasons I've given. Okay. Number 6. Adelaide Crossland. Adelaide. Please, is number 6 well formed?
No, it's not.
Why?
Because you don't know the master.
Yes, connective. What is creating the problem? We have put P and Q together. So we need to put some, we can't write PQ like that in logic. We need a connective between P and Q. But more importantly, after that, we have to use either the parentheses or the square bracket, and if necessary, the braces to separate them, to punctuate them nicely, so you can read who is the main connective all the way to the end. Very good. That's Adelaide Crossland. Let's take Desmond. No, Desmond is spoken. Anyway, recurring root. That's why anyway I wanted to beat me up. I've seen you now. Anyway, tell me question 7. Is it well formed? If it is well formed, then you have to just straightforwardly tell me what the main connective is.
Yes, please.
Compound. Which connective?
It's well formed.
Which compound?
Conditional.
Question what?
Dog.
Which question are you answering? Question 7.
Dog.
Yes, Auntie, I can hear you. Question 7.
Yes, it's well formed. Conditional.
Look at it very well. Question 7 is not a condition.
7 is not a condition. Dog.
Hey, let's look at it. Be patient.
Hey, it's a disjunction.
Yeah, you, because if you go apply the rule for conditional onto a disjunction, it will be like you are cooking rice water, and before we saw it, it has become mutu. You see that? apply the rules well. All right, well done. Let's take Portia Daku. Portia, question 8.
A dog, could you call
Hey, who am I hurting like that? Is it Belinda? Belinda, you have spoken. Rita, you've spoken already.
No, dog.
Yeah, are you sure? That's why I keep skipping you.
Rita Daku, you've not called me.
Oh, I'm so sorry because I've seen your name, but I thought I already gave you a mark. Tell those who have answered questions to put their hands up. Makasa won't give me. Stephanie, Adolf, you have a mark.
Please put your hands down. Why?
Kapui Ava has a mark. Don't have marks.
Belinda.
Madam, please, I don't have a mark.
Oh, madam,
I don't have a mark.
Professor Samson, I just gave you a mark.
Madam, it was another. Madam, we want to end the mark sound.
Put your hand
Rita, okay. Have you responded to my message? Let's hear Rita. Rita, go ahead.
Doc, question 8 is a conditional.
Excellent. Well done. I'll give you +2, okay?
Yes, Doc.
What can I check? Because I've seen you for a long time.
Madam, me too.
No, it was another question. It was another copy that answered the question. Madam, me three.
Just a minute. Let me mute you. Oh, then you can unmute. Okay. Be patient. Some of you, just a minute. Let me mute you. Oh, some of you, your thing won't permit you to even get marks. The Yanum have come to work, Basa, in your area. They will allow you to do your thing. Don't worry, you will sail through. Okay? It's a very active class. My full scarf sheet, 2 pages are already up, full of your names. That's how participatory the discussion has been, and it's a good sign. Okay, so keep working. I wanted to take someone. I have a mark for Irama Sam. So put it, Susanna Ewuku. I think I've written down your name already, Susanna. So kindly put your hand down.
Madam, but I can answer again.
I would let you answer.
Okay.
Doc, have you written it down?
Okay. Kapui says it was Kapui. Keep your thing muted. Don't unmute, please. Okay. Let me take Kapui. Kukui Ava. Okay. Kapui, go ahead. Let's do question 9. Is it well formed or not well formed?
It's not well formed.
Well done. Well done. Why?
Not well formed because you can't tell what the actual
main connective is.
Yeah, what the actual connective is.
So what 2 connectives are fighting for position over there?
Disjunction
Madam,
my dear friend, let the lady answer, please. Don't bully her. Please let us speak. Go ahead.
Disjunction and conditional.
Well, very good. Because just what you said is what will make someone now know, energy disjunction. Okay. That thing that you said is what will help someone. So I'm really interested in it. See, this is like a tutorial. That's how we are running. Okay, it's correct. And now I'll put your mark down for you because I think I felt that you were the same for Kafui earlier, but you weren't. Okay, let's take the next person quickly. Emanuela Ouswe Japan. Manuela, I think I put down your name already. It wasn't you.
Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead, Emanuela, go ahead. Increase the volume of your thing a little. And do question 9 for me.
Please, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Please, it's not well formed.
And so is 10, very good. So 10 is also not well formed. And 11 is also not well formed for the same reason that Kafui Ava gave us. Okay. So I would move quickly so that we can go to the ones that are deserving of a mark. Now,
Madam.
Yes, Auntie.
Doctor.
Yes.
Please, question 10.
Question 10 is also not well formed. Look at how the negation is. See, it is
Madam, but the conditional is there.
I was going to explain why so that you see it. Okay, so let me show you. Look at your word very well. Look at question 10. You see that you have R. There is nothing after R. There's no connective after R. Then they put negation there.
Yes.
So we need a binding force. Negation doesn't bind. Negation spreads itself on something. So the negation on Q is okay. But between R and negation Q, we need a connective there. One that will connect them. Either a conjunction, a disjunction, a biconditional, or or the other one, conjunction. You see, So if we don't put anything there, it will not be well formed. As it is now, we can't read this. But if you put R disjunction, not Q, then it means you are putting R and not Q together with a disjunction. And if you leave it like this, this is not properly done. Is it okay now?
No.
Yeah. Oh.
What is not okay? Tell me.
Madam, question 10.
Oh, I just explained it to you. Were you listening?
Madam, please, there's a condition after the bracket.
But inside the antecedent of the conditioner has a problem. The banku is very good, but if the soup is salty, the whole meal will be troublesome on the table. That is.
Okay, yes.
Affect the whole thing. Is it okay?
Okay. Yes.
That's a challenge. So it is a conditioner, but look at the antecedent of the conditioner is R negation Q. You can't read that. That's what I'm pointing at. So it is not clear what the operation is. It's not clear because the antecedent has a problem.
Okay, Doc. Thanks.
Okay. That was an important question. The same thing is happening in 2. If you look up question 2, you see that is also not well formed because you can't say P negation Q. You can't read that. If we plot it, we can't. Okay.
Okay, Doc.
All right. Let's look at question 11. That's also not well formed. And the reason is we don't, that one, there are connectives there, but we don't know who the master of the house is. It's problematic. There'll be confusion. Then we can go to the next one. P conjunction. What I know where. P conjunction Q. That is also not well formed. Are you following? Then we'll go to 13. Let me ask someone for 2 marks.
13.
Someone say 13. You know, those are the ones.
Madam me, I
Doc, call me Stella.
Oh, Stella. Stella, I'll call you the next hour. Are you Stella? Oh. Georgina, go ahead.
Madam, Gifty.
Yo, I'll call Gifty, okay? It's so painful, that thing, eh? Now, if you have answered the question, you put your hand up again. I will subtract a mark for me so that you can go.
That's all.
Your name. I'll just cross your name out. That will make people win. Let me let me take Georgina. Georgina, look at 13. Is it well formed? Yeah, the numbers have reduced to 11 for me. Perfect. And then the new ones are joining. Belinda, you have a mark. Belinda, I have a mark for you. I'll cross it out. Austin Latte, you have a no. You have put your hand up.
Doc, I don't have a mark. I've not answered the question. No.
Are you sure? I have written down your name. Oh.
Yes.
Uto.
My name is not there. Yes.
Then maybe there was another Uto. Okay, then it's fine. Then let your name be up. I'll find it. I remember the name. Please go ahead. My dear Georgina Usu. I said question 13. Oh, you don't know it. Is it well formed? What do you think, Belinda? Belinda Uto, is it well formed?
Madam, I don't know.
Ready? Today that the bus came to your junction too. No lorry fare. Who is this? Is it Stella? Someone said she's Stella. Go ahead. The one who said my hand has been up, sir. Talk.
Vera.
Vera. Okay, Vera, what? I have not seen you yet, but give me your name so I'll write it down for you.
Vera Andobeju.
Okay, Vera.
Hey, which one, Vera?
That's why I needed the full name. That's why I said when people write Vera and Daniel, Nancy, they just write, I laugh. You will lose your marks. Keep your full name. Okay, Vera Andobeju, tell us. 13. Is it well formed? Daniel Latte, or say?
I'm here, Stella.
Daniel Latte.
My network.
Hello, dog. Please, it is an investor statement, and it is not well formed. Can't tell whether.
Question
Doc, you asked me. You've asked Benjamin.
Oh
my. Daniel, the way I'm writing your full name like that, question 30, look at it. Question 30, just see that is standing there.
Dog, it's not well formed.
Madam,
Let me take Jessica. Jessica, go ahead.
Madam, please, it's not well formed. It's a simple statement.
It's a simple statement. Then why is it not well formed? It is well formed. It's just a
Because
simple statement.
there's no.
So I'll keep the mark to myself. It is well formed.
Madam, it's an
It is
atomic
well
proposition.
I said it. I said it.
Sorry. Don't worry. Another question can you say it again? Okay. So it is well formed. Only that it is an atomic statement. It's not a compound. This can be, you can symbolize this. You can plot it on a truth table. It will have two variables. Either it is true.
Madam, I said it.
Who said it? I didn't hear it. Don't worry. Okay. Another one.
I said it's an atomic proposition.
Oh, sorry. No, I wanted to know whether it's well formed or not well formed. So I want you to say it's well formed. It is an atomic statement. But it is well formed.
Okay.
Yeah, answer.
Okay.
83, 58, 96. Put your full name there so you can get a mark. Abeko, please do question 14. Abeko. Paulina Oponsewa. Do question 14 for us. You're laughing at somebody. I've caught you.
Madam, please, not well formed.
Very good. Why? Why is it not well formed?
Because there is no logical constant or operation in it.
Excellent. I like how you answer because there is no logic. You see, some people say there is no no middle. Some of the thing is not in the middle. There is no logical constant or connective. Well done. That's Paulina upon Sewa. So she ended the mark. Let's look at 15. 15. Oh, forgive me if I don't pronounce your name well, but I see Gevas. Is it Gevas or Gevasi? Monu. Okay. Go ahead. Gevasi. Monu. Question 15. Tell me whether it is well formed or not. If it is well formed, which compound is it? Fred Davidson, I have you already. I'll subtract a mark because I have you already. You have a mark.
Mine. I see.
Do this unconsciously. Don't worry. Magdalene Borte.
Madam, it's well. Madam, number 15 is well formed.
Well formed. Very good. Which compound is that?
It is a disjunction.
Well done.
Disjunct is a negative.
Excellent. It is a disjunction whose right disjunct is negative.
Disjunct is a negative.
Yeah, very good. Linda, do question 16 for me. 16.
Madam, I'll put my hand down.
Please put your hand down for me. Who is that? Who put her hand down? Linda, go ahead.
Madam, please, it is disjunction.
Very good. Whose
left disjunct is negated?
Good. Thank you very much. I will take, so put your hand down now. Michael Raberu. Hey, this name sounds familiar. Michael.
Dog, call me. Dog, call me.
I'm coming. Michael.
Did I say madam?
Is that Michael Raberu?
Yes, please.
It's a Gaminka dog.
Oh, mama, ne ha dog no kwade. Wo fra ebo awan kasa ma wo confidence no posoro. Madam, na na ese normal.
When you
Michael, after the
17.
class, Michael, after the class, send me a message. I want to ask
Yes,
you.
please.
Now, some of us have raised our
Oh
house.
dear, my dear sister. If you don't
Oh,
have,
madam, it's true. Oh,
Yes, please.
I have the basket of goodies I'm sharing. Be patient. I'll get to you. Okay. Be patient. I'll call everyone before we go.
It is a call.
Michael, do you know what I want to ask you about? Or do you suspect what it is that I want to ask you about? You can't tell, eh? Okay, after class. Let's hear Michael. Michael, do question 17. Oh, where did Michael go to? Michael, do question 17, please. Oh, Michael landed somewhere. Vera Ewuku.
Yes, Doc.
Go ahead.
Doc, please, question
No, please.
17. It's a conditional.
Statement.
Very good.
Conditional. Oh.
Ewuku.
Dog.
Yes, just a minute. Let me take Ewuku Vera. Vera, now put your hand down. I have you. Please put your hand down quickly. Please mark Owusu Sapon. I have you already, I think. No way. And the names are plenty, so I can't scan quickly. But if I check and you are already there, then I'll subtract them up. I'll cancel it. Miss Mark.
Doc, please cover and baby.
Hey, class fire, and the people are begging to answer questions. It's amazing, can't you see? Miss Mark,
Doc, when
Doc, today
since
you
we
didn't
started,
call
my
me.
hand has been up, son.
Don't worry.
Doc, you didn't call me today.
Miss Mark, just do question 19 for me. What is it? Miss Mark, question 19. 19.
SRC president.
Michael Abero, do question 19 for me, please. You went up.
Please, it's well formed.
Which compound is that?
Disjunction, please.
Very good. All right. Then the last one. Yeah, the last one,
Cover and baby.
I want to be sure of the answer before I even call you. I think, yeah, okay. It's quite a complex formula, but they have, sometimes it opens, but it doesn't close at the other side. That's what makes it not well formed. So we have to check it thoroughly. But at a quick glance, I think it is well formed. We have enough for each one of them. So which compound is it? It's well formed. Which compound is that? All of us.
Conditional.
Conditional. Dog, +1 +1.
Okay, so the rest, we are rounding off nicely. The 9 people left will get an opportunity. I'm coming. Look at the page 17. It means this page is covered. If you are working with your pencil, you'll see that when you cover the page, as in you know that, oh, the content here, I have grasped it. Then you cross it out with your pencil to help your revision. Then the places that you notice that this one is skirmishes there, you give yourself time to improve upon it. So you put questions. That's why it's a work. It's done in a way that you can work in it. Okay. For the sake of our few friends and for our revision, let's go to page 19 now to finish up. I meant page 20 instead. The 19 is still an exercise. So go to page 20, please, quickly. You see that we have some translations there. You see all these questions again. So practice. Perhaps the form will change, but the substance of it will be the same. So if you practice and practice and practice, you are asked to symbolize, then we'll be fine. The name there is Paulina Oponsewa, but I say, Madam, please, Benjamin. Rep is with me. Please call him.
Take a picture of it for me. Okay, I'm not, I don't have the book.
Let's take so the few people left, we'll take them and then we can go. We are on page 20 now. Okay, dear friends, go to page 20. No, let's take Stella. Let's take Stella first. Okay, Stella.
Please.
Tell me page 20.
So can we raise our hand?
I cannot hear you. You listen to me, please. Then you can unmute and speak. Okay, Stelado, please answer question 1 for me. Tell me whether it is a proposition or not. And if it is a proposition, which type? Is it atomic or compound? And if it is a compound, which type? Disjunction, conjunction, etc. or not? So 3 in 1 question. Go. Stella. Read it first and then you can answer. Stella.
Dog.
Read, Auntie, read it. Please read.
We will not go to class and we will not go to the party.
Very good. Is that a proposition or a non-proposition?
It's a proposition.
Very good. Let me take Berando now. Vera, which type of proposition is that? Put your hand down, Stella, please. Don't add more hands if you have already answered the question. There were 7 people left. Hey, I'll close the class. Berando, you have already answered the question, right?
No, please, it's a conjunction.
It is a conjunction. What word makes it a conjunction? Put your hand down now, Vera. What word is a conjunction? There was Stefan. I wanted to call Stefan.
Doc, I thought you didn't write it to.
And
what word makes it a conjunction? Stefan, please go ahead.
And
very good. Oh, I thought that it was you were clearing your throat. Thank you very much. Now I can take my best friend Maxwell Sechofia, who is asking me when at all Madam called me. Oh, Maxwell, it's not you. Maxwell, go ahead. I'll give you 2 marks. Don't mind it.
Doc, please, I have a question.
Let me take Maxwell.
Doc, please, I have a question.
Let me take Maxwell before he beats me up. Maxwell, go ahead. Do question 2. Go ahead, Maxwell. Is he gone? Maxwell,
please, I have a question.
Maxwell, please. Are you Maxwell? Maxwell, go ahead. Maxwell, go ahead. Is Maxwell there?
Madam, please, he said he's having problems with his connection.
Let him type the answer in. I'll have time and read it. Type the answer in. I'll have time and read it. So, Maxwell, question 2 is all for you alone. Now, let me take the question. The person who has a question, go ahead.
Doc, please, the question 1, I thought it will be a negation.
Why?
Because of the we will not go to class.
What about the end?
Not...
Look at it, we will not go to class and we will not go to the party. What is the main connective joining those 2 atomic?
Negated conjunction.
No, it's not a negative. It's a conjunction whose conjuncts are both negated.
Negated, okay.
Yes. So it's a conjunction, but the left conjunct is negated and the right conjunct is also negated. Okay. A negated conjunction will be such that you have the negation outside, and you open bracket, put both atomic statements inside and close it. We can look at it more in classes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good. Maxwell, prompt me, prompt me so that I respond. I grade you. So you can put your hand down now. Mary Esikumsen, I'll take mark from you. I'm trying to end. You have answered the question. Keep your hand down. Genevieve, I have a mark for you. Belinda Uto, you got it wrong, so I think you want another opportunity. Edith, Educhumwa, put the hand down.
Doc, please, you don't have a mark for me. This is Genevieve.
Genevieve, I have a mark for you. Did you attempt a question?
No, I think my machine didn't respond, so I couldn't answer.
I wrote down your name. I wrote your name down because it was the internet that put it. So I have a mark for you. Okay. So please keep your hand down. Okay. So Mary Esikumsin, I have a mark for you. Please keep your hand down. Answer to 4. I don't want to deduct marks from you. I'm trying to attend to the few left so we can close. We have 3 minutes. Antoinette, Dedu, Asari. When we answer 3 questions, then the hands become 9. When we answer 3, they become 13. So I have to undo. All right. Let me walk you through it quickly, okay? I will look at the chat and then those whose hands were. Frank, you attempted the question and got it. I think I did my best. Let me walk you through. I'll find those whose hands were up and then give you your mark, okay? Just those who are currently, your hands are up now, not those who raise their hands. So no, question 20, look at 3 will be, it will rain if and only if. Actually, I already put down your name, Maxwell Sechopia Alimi. I've already put down your name. At least for the attempt. I'm rewarding the effort. See, we will not go to class and we will not go to the party. That is a conjunction with both of the conjuncts negated. 2, you will write the exams provided you have paid your fees. That's a conditional. The provided acts like if. So you will write the exam if your school fees is paid. The antecedent is what follows the provided. If your school fees is paid, becomes your antecedent, then the other one becomes your consequence, rather. So they have changed position, but what the antecedent is will not change. Question 3, it will rain if and only if the cloud.
By conditional.
That's a by conditional. And 4, you will pass the final exam or you will not pass. That is a disjunction whose right disjunct is negated. The sun is shining, but the sun is not shining. This is a conjunction of one atomic statement. See, P and not P. That's a contradiction. You see it later, and so on and so forth. So look at what the exercise wanted you to do for question 20, which you can try your hands on for later. It says, translate the following compounds and determine their truth conditions using truth table. So you would have done translation, then you will plot it to represent what is there, like you would do on page 21. No, the previous page, page 19, what we have done there. But we will learn that later on. Okay, for now, do your translations, do the symbolism, and then present your work. I suspect that some will tell me that they didn't have time, they were doing lectures the whole day. So if I check and then in the evening, people haven't submitted, I'll give you my lecture time in the evening for you to do the work and submit. I think that is a better deal. So this evening session, you use it to do the work and submit. I'll open assessment. You start submitting from 4:30 all the way to 6:20 and stop work so that we don't do any live session. People should play this and listen to it. All right. If you have any further question, don't hesitate to let me know, okay? I wish you well. Take care.